The one YouTube niche that everybody's talking about right now in 2025 is not what you think. In fact, it's so simple and so obvious that you probably overlooked it. I am gone. Show you exactly what's going on and why you need to pay attention to this in your own channel. The first thing that you need to know is there are two types of niches on YouTube. The first is what we call evergreen content, which is topics and ideas that never go out of style. This is things like how to make money online, how to edit videos, how to grow on social media, etc. Because no matter what, people are always going to be looking for this type of content. So if you're creating tutorials or educational content, chances are it will always have an audience. Now, the second type of niche is what we call trending content, which is basically anything that's popular at the time. This could be reacting to a viral post, making fun of a current event, or even just hopping on a new hashtag that's been blowing up. Now, the problem with this type of niche is that it is very difficult to predict what is going to go viral. Because if you read too early, then nobody's going to see your video. But if you're too late, then again, nobody's going to see your video. So now that you understand those two different niches, let me ask you a question. Which one do you think is going to get more views in 2025? If you guessed trending content, then you would be correct. And the reason why is because of what we call the For Your page, or FYP, on TikTok. Essentially, this is a full-fledged content delivery system that is based off of short-form content, and the way that it works is pretty simple. Let's say that you create a video on how to make money online, and then you post it to TikTok. Now, if somebody watches another tutorial video on the same topic from another creator, TikTok is going to assume that they like that type of content, and therefore, they're going to see your video on the FYP. So essentially what this means is that you can get views on your video without having to put in any extra effort. And here's the best part. It's not just long-form content that gets pushed on the FYP. In fact, most of the content that I see on my FYP is short-form. So, if you're thinking to yourself, but I don't want to create short-form content, then that's completely fine, because what you can do instead is just repurpose your existing content into a shorter video. And I am not just talking about taking a 10-minute video and then chopping it down into 60-second clips, because that's not going to work. Instead, what you need to do is actually re-edit the video and make it specifically for short form. This means adding text, graphics, sound effects, music, all of that stuff that makes a video entertaining. The only problem with this is that most creators do this, because it takes way more effort than just uploading a long-form video. But this is where you have a huge opportunity to stand out. Because if you take the time to do it right, your video is not only going to get more views, but you'll also build a stronger connection with your audience. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're thinking, this sounds great, but how exactly do I take advantage of this? Well, the good news is that you do have to come up with some crazy idea or spend hours on end trying to figure it out. Because I've done the research for you, and I've compiled it all into one easy guide that shows you step by step how to blow up on YouTube and TikTok in 2025.